were just getting some open looks. I think a lot of it had to do with their efficiency, though. They're a good offensive team. They got some guys that can shoot, especially when they get into rhythm. We had some breakdowns in that stretch, but they made some plays too. But we just had to do a better job of staying with them. I think we benefited from McCamey going to the bench too. I don't know exactly when he went to the bench, but we made a run there when he got in foul trouble, and it was just a great effort. I don't think we played great, but after we got down, I thought we gave a great effort, and then our guys just did enough to win, and obviously made some tough shots down the stretch, but you know, just a great team win.
I kind of smiled at one point because you tell us all the time, you know, if you live through your shooting, you're going to be dead a lot. Okay, you got the defensive end fixed, and then you hit 4 threes in a row, and all of a sudden we're 13 to 1. Little twist of irony there, isn't there? I mean, the three ball kind of saved you tonight.
Yeah, we need to get stops so we can get in transition and try to attack. But I thought we took some threes early that were rushed.
Yeah.
We had a couple, especially early in the shot clock, that were contested. And I had to do a better job of probing the defense. And you know, it's something with giving guys freedom. You know, when we've made some good decisions, you know, we're pretty good. But when we force some things, you know, it comes back to bite us because now they're going to get in transition. But our guys did a good job on that stretch of just taking some shots in rhythm and knocking them down.
And as you're watching those two guys give their speeches after the game, what are some of the thoughts that maybe went through your mind?
Well, I think the thing that really jumps out is just how much they've grown up. You know, you come in as a freshman and you think, you know, you're a long way away from leaving the institution. You just have some tough days, and you just keep battling. So with these guys, they've continued to battle. They've continued to get better, and they've had tough days. And they've never made excuses. They've just continued to work, and they've been a pleasure to coach. And on and off the court, they've been great. And you know, it's sad to see them go, but we still have a lot of basketball to play, and so it's a positive that they're playing some, you know, probably their best basketball at the most important time.
That second half, you know, each one didn't really get it going offensively in the first half, but it seemed like his defense just got everything.
Yeah, he did a good job of pressuring the basketball and getting after it. And then when he was able to get a couple of those steals, and especially the steal with a three-point play and get to the passing lanes, it really helped us because we were struggling offensively. And so anytime we could get kind of some hustle points, it really helped us.
Matt, I think each one late in the game took McCamey at least once, defended him. Was that more his initiative than yours at that point? Where he just
it depends with what they do in their offensive set. You know, if they do a dribble handoff, it's a like size. You know, it's a guard to guard. We'll switch that. So he ends up sometimes getting on him. Sometimes in transition defense, you know, you just stop the basketball, and then they match up. So it wasn't anything that we really talked about as a staff. Obviously, the one time we put him on him because Lou went out with 4 fouls, and those guys kept getting into it. So we didn't want, another, hand checking call 40 feet from the basket where Illinois was scoring points. I wanted our guys to keep their poise and play smart, but each one's really developed into a good, all-around player, and I don't think he quite gets the credit for what he does defensively.
Can you put into perspective the impact those two guys have made on this program?
I think that's probably the most important word is the program, because anytime you can get a good player, does he make other players better? And each one more, Jawan Johnson, they make other players better. And in terms of impact for the future, I think their development and how they've handled themselves, and they've been first class. Really should make recruits, a lot of different people look at it and say, these guys attended Purdue, and they developed. And I think sometimes that gets lost for us when we're trying to. You talk about an impact guy. Carl Landry was an impact guy, but he was a junior college guy that was here for 3 years and only played 2 years. You could watch these guys, especially Jawan. You could watch him from his freshman year and see each year him add something to his game, and it's been a pleasure to coach them. And but the impact they have is just really their development and how they've carried themselves.
How big an impact or an accomplishment going undefeated in there?
It was a great accomplishment. I didn't quite realize that. I didn't know it's been that long. We had an undefeated Big Ten season 3 years ago, but we had a loss to Wofford in the non-conference. So I didn't realize that. I thought it had been achieved before by a Purdue team, you know, in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And so when I heard that, you know, it makes you take a step back and just show you how consistent, you know, those guys have been. And we've been pretty successful. You know, I like our team. I like our guys. I think, you know, some of the things that we saw in recruiting these guys, it's about winning, and it's about building a team. And, you know, I thought Ryan Smith today was great. You know, he gave a great effort, got 9 rebounds. DJ Bird was maybe his best game at Purdue. Got to get him to make those free throws to finish it off. So, but I could go on and on. Kelsey Barlow's been great for us. Tyrone Johnson's really given us a boost with his defense, and he's made some threes here the last couple games. And you know, our big guys don't sometimes get a lot of minutes, whatever, but they're ready when they're called on, and have done a good job for us.